Hello and welcome back to PVR. We're here for Tier 2 Tuesdays for round 2 at the Netherlands. Right, let's get everyone going then, shall we? Lucky High, about to start a lap. Who's the first one? Marty. Oh, Block was going to be the first one, I'm pretty sure. And Sergimus might have been blocked by Envet because of Block having the spin. Right, let's get it settled down. We've got Sergimus still saying purple milk sector. All eyes will be on Marty today, he's just gone purple again. Quite a dominant win last week at Portimao for Marty, so he'll be hoping to do the same today. Obviously Zandvoort is a completely different track to Portimao. Both high downforce obviously, but you really need to push the limits around here to gain time. And he's done that straight away with a 120.9, so it's quite wet out there. Everyone's running the full wets instead of inters like we had on Sunday. Forecast is meant to be dry for the race, so that's always good. Marty is on a lap hit, and that's Block getting in the way again. We've got, who's that? Alpine Juan invalidated the outlap. Block in the same corner is having a bit of trouble there on wet tyres. Ran on board Derry, who's always a great qualifier. It's definitely not going to be much of a lap this one. I think he's starting a new one. Puts himself P6 for now. He's on the inters actually, Derry is. So he's hoping the session's going to dry up and he can make some improvements as we go on. So Derry goes P2 of a 21.4 on the inters. Marty's just come out on the inters. We've got two AlphaTauris side by side again in qualifying. Super quick. I am here. At 3, that's it. You can hear me, Bacardi, you're subscribed. Hello, Bacardi. I am here, don't you worry. I am no silence. I was just checking stuff. I was downloading Twitch streams Right then, Dan on a lap, starting a lap, so we'll watch him on the wet tyres. Takes the high line and it doesn't work for him. Sergio moves on a lap and he is the 10th up on his time. Gone purple in sector 1. Obviously JVD and Sergio, I'm pretty sure, are from the Netherlands, as is our Bacardi, so they'll definitely be wanting a good showing today. Now nearly 2 temps up in the second sector. Coming up to a line now, let's see if he improves. He's going into the pits. Oh, Dan's off. We've got True Loki, who put a surprising effort in Tier 1 on Sunday with qualifying in the rain. So let's see if he can do the same again today. Goes pole position there from Loki, 20.8. But we've got Marty following straight up next to replace that. It seems he's half a second up. And he goes 8 temps up. 20.0 there from Marty. Kirst and Bacardi yet to set laps. I'd go on Intus if I was you lads. Not wets. It said Marty was 3 temps up again, but I think he's made a mistake there. Carry cast. I think he's got what he had last week with DC. Right. Oh, we've had JVD. We're 20.2. Carry cast back in. Lovely stuff. Yeah, JVD were 20.2, so that's actually quite good from him to be that close to Marty. Marty was 3 temps up in sector 1 before making a mistake though, so we're looking at about a 5-10th gap, maybe more, from JVD to Marty at the moment. But still, he's up there for now. Lucky High, who is on the lap, and he's 2.5 temps up. Still on the wet tyres, so if I was him, I'd come in, just change onto the Inters. And who's that in front of him? Is that his block? Blocking? I feel like there may be a few instances of block today. Oh, that's not good there. Definitely not what Juan needed. Block comes into the pits. Curse is on a lap and is invalidated immediately. Bacardi is on an outlap. Here we go, people. The main attraction. Where's Bacardi's friend? He's normally in the chat. Where are you? He's saying, let's go, Bacardi. It's your time to shine. But Bacardi, you know where he belongs, at the back. JVD does a 19.7, I've just realised. And Marty's coming out of the pits now. That's quite something there from JVD, pulling that out. Cursed about to start another lap. Run aboard with Curse for a lap actually, see what he does. A bit of a slide there from Curse, really challenging at the moment for him. We've got Bacardi starting a lap as well, we'll catch up on him in a minute. We've got Derry with a 19.3, there we go from Derry, straight up there. Dan does a 19.9 as well. 27.9 for Cursed in the first sector. 28.1 for Bacardi, so Curse is faster than Bacardi at the moment. Oh, riding over the curbs completely there from Curse and turn 12. Finalising the lap now. Should carry Cass come across the line to start the lap. Oh, Curse hits the wall. Puts himself P6. Loki's still not coming out. That's a bit odd. I think he's coming out now. Sergio moves with an 18.9. And we got Marty starting his final lap. It could be his final. I might go for another. No, he is going for it now. Block on the inters. Carry Cass 8 tenths up in sector 1, 2 seconds up in sector 2, so he's on for a good improvement. Who have we got? We've got an AlphaTauri, it's JVD about to start his lap. We've then got, who's that? His Block starting his lap. We've then got a Haas of Nivi who's starting a lap as well. We've got Marty starting his lap. We've then got a Ferrari, it's cursed again, but he's down on his time. We've then got Sergimus, who has finished a lap. So it's Carry Cass. No, it's not Carry Cass, it's Marty. 1.2 seconds up. This could blow everyone out the park here. 18.3 from Marty. We then got Lucky High. Loki starting his lap. I thought I was finished his lap. Lucky High on debut is P4 currently. JVD purple through the middle sector. Got an Alfa Romeo coming up to the line. That is Bacardi starting his lap. We've got Dan and then JVD. Dan up to the line. It's an 18.8, it's P2. JVD takes P2 from Dan, 18.5. We've then got Loki No, it's not Loki. Nivi. With a 20.0. We've then got Carrie Cass, who has decided to finish it. We've got Bacardi's off Bacardi, and he's lost it. Bacardi's lost it. Oh, that's brilliant. Curse. He's done for. Here we go, Marty. 17-8 from Marty. Where's Loki? Loki's coming now. It's not going to be pole. It's only P4. And Surgemu's got a great lap in at the end there as well. So Marty takes pole position. 3/10 clear of Surgemu's. That's a great lap for Surgemu's. The two AlphaTauris together again, P2 and P3, much like Red Bull was last week. They were together, AlphaTauri together as well. Only one Red Bull today. Dan Imola isn't here. Lucky High on debut is P6. Derry not getting the lap in at the end there. He's only P7. Nivea on debut as well. P8. Bacardi disappointing at his home track, P9. Cass, P10. Cursed didn't get the lap in at the end either. Juan on debut, P12. I don't know if that was full pace or if he just couldn't get a lap in, and Block 13th definitely couldn't get the lap in. Now we move on to the race. Here we go then, 5 lights are on. And we're racing. Surgemu's is gone. And Marty has dropped to the back, as he said he would. Surgemu's AI is completely gone. But everyone should catch up quickly. So it's Surgemu's and JVD. How quickly can Surgemu's get back into control of his car? Get everything up quickly for everyone. Tyre and interval. So everything kept clean for now. Cursed had a little spin at the back there. And Surgemu's is now being overtaken. Although he's back in control now. so he's P4. So JVD leads from True Loki God, from Lucky High, from Surge Moves, from Bacardi, who made a great start up to P5 already. We've then got Dan, Carrie Cass, and Nivi. Derry in 9th, Marty up to 10th now, Juan 11th, Block 12th, and Curse 13th. And it looks like Loki's going to go for a move here. He's got the slipstream and he's going to go for it on the inside going into turn 1. Gets the move done. Loki leads the Zandvoort Grand Prix. We've got Carrie Cass and Dan swapping positions there. Curse with a 5-second penalty already for speeding in the pit lane. Has he got a front wing change? He has. JVD coming back at True Loki. Slipstream effect is very strong, it seems, around here for these lads. We've got Bacardi up to 4th now. He's on the softs, remember, so he is going to have the pace. Surge moves down to 5th. So we just double check quickly. Gap to leader. Marty is 4.5 seconds. 4.8 now, so about 5 seconds behind the leader, and he's only going to have that gap grow, or at least should grow, due to field spread. Gap out front, Loki's starting to extend it. Bacardi used a lot of his battery already, but he's had to, and it's worked. He's up to 4th, and he's pulling away from Surgeons. Carrie Cass and Dan, not Carrie Cass, Dan and Derry, side by side through turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. And we got Marty going around the outside out of nowhere. What a move from Marty. Brilliant stuff. Surgery actually caught back up to Bacardi. I think he might have been listening to me. Oh, Carrie Cass is off the track. I reckon he's been caught on the curb after that quick right-hander, and he's put himself into the gravel there. Carrie Cass down to 11th on the softs as well. He did not need that. True Loki has broken DRS from JVD, so he's going to start extending even further now. JVD not going to have the benefit of any slipstream or DRS. Lucky High has got DRS and the slipstream. He's going to start to close up ever so slightly on JVD, and so is Bacardi. Surge moves also with them, and Marty has got past Derry. What can Derry do? Is he going to try and pull himself along with the toe from Marty? It seems like Derry hasn't really got the pace at the moment, especially from qualifying and now the start of this race. He's not really pushing too much. Gap to leader is just over 5 seconds from Marty. And here comes Surge Moves with Bacardi, side by side racing into turn 11, the tightest corner on the track, I'm pretty sure, or at least one of, there's so many of them. Surge moves up to 4th now, Bacardi down to 5th, and Marty closing up on him. Lucky High just managing to stay with JVD at the DRS detection. Surge moves and Lucky High very close together. I reckon this could be a AlphaTauri 2-3 again very soon. Although Lucky High gets good traction out of turn 10. Especially on the mediums. He hasn't got good traction there, and there's a bit of contact resulting in that. I don't know if there was any wing damage or not. Lucky High gets out the way for Surge Moves. And now Lucky High is going to be under pressure from Bacardi. Opportunistic move from Bacardi there to get a position while they were squabbling. So Bacardi up to 4th now, and he's going to be on the hunt for Surge Moves. And now Marty has brought himself back into it, and Derry has followed him along. Dan Dan's right on the back of them as well. JVD has got back into DRS range of True Loki. Can he keep it for the detection? He does. No, he doesn't. Does he? He does. Just. He's got to stay in it for a couple more corners. Will he? Yeah, he does. So JVD with DRS now on True Loki. Bacardi with DRS on Surge Moves as well, so he's going to close up. Marty going for a move on Lucky High. Side by side to turn 1. Marty gets past. And Bacardi with it, a slide. And I was looking away for just a second and Bacardi's round. And I was watching before and Marty was right on Bacardi. I don't know if there was contact there. Oh no. That's very unfortunate for Bacardi at his home race. But if that's contact with Marty there, that's a penalty going Marty's way. Lucky High once again not really fighting Marty's move. There we go then, Marty on Surge Moves. This is going to be another move for Marty. Takes the inside line this time. And it's as easy as that for Marty, and he's 4 seconds away from JVD, who's in the DRS of Loki still. I've just noticed Lucky High as well dropped down behind Derry and Surge Moves. And Surge Moves managing to keep in the DRS, but Marty in the traction zones are just, he's so much quicker than everyone. under acceleration. But Surgemoose manages to keep inside DRS. Here comes JVD on true low key. We've got the backmarker car of Kirst. Kirst is lapped on lap 10. Marty catching JVD by 0.6 on that last lap. Caricass and Niveo 3 close together, and I think Caricass could go for a move on the straighter. He gets a good exit. He doesn't know. He's put him all out of shape on the exit, and I don't think he's going to be able to go for a move there. If he does, then he's got insane straight line speed for this track, and he does. He's going to go for it into turn 1. Caricass is. How much straight line speed is he running? He's negative downforce for Zambor, that is. .7 is the gap now. It'll be about 3 seconds at the end of this straight. So another second gained on JVD there from Marty. Derry goes for a move on Surgemoose. Those soft tyres are going to start dying now. What's happening with Bakai? Bakai on the softs too, and he's all the way at the back. We've got a retirement. It's Kirst in the pits. JVD on low key. Are we going to get a move it? We're not. JVD backs out, and that's going to allow Marty to gain under braking. I go 0.2 there from Marty just in turn 1. So he's catching very quickly to the back of JVD and Loki. Caricass coming into the pits now. Don't know what was happening there with Caricass. Came to a complete stop. JVD in the lead, passing Loki now. Marty's only 2 seconds behind them. And we've got Surgery catching up to Derry. Dan is right behind Surgery as well, so good pace from Dan keeping up. Lucky High just dropping back here, 1.3 behind them. And then we got no man's land between everyone. Caricas is pitting again. Bit odd there from Caricas. He's lost his wing. He has. He's come out onto the hards and he's spun it while the tyres are cold. Caricas has. Dan getting past Surgery. Dan less than 10% on the battery though. Surgery has got 30% more than him. And Marty is about to get inside the DRS range. Doesn't yet, but I reckon he will for the main straight. Dan gets past Derry. That was very quick. Probably using him to slingshot a little bit. And oh, Marty got into a second there, but not the right point, so he's still not in DRS. People are going to start thinking of pit stops soon, especially Sergio's and Bacardi, as well as Block. On the soft tyres, they're going to be wanting to go onto the hards, not the mediums, if they're pitting in the next lap or so. Dan and Derry side by side. Sergio moves as well there. Derry using a bit of the battery. Dan using the battery. Who's gonna make it? Derry does. We've got Surge Moves and Lucky High right behind them as well. Lucky High on 87% battery. You could blast past all of them. Here goes Marty, he's got... Oh, he's coming into the pit. Oh no, it was Loki, not Marty. Marty takes the lead of the race. JVD and Loki come in the pits to cover off Marty. So Marty's going to be in full push mode now. Derry takes second. So both onto the hards, and they're going to want to push like crazy if they want to stay ahead of Marty after his pit stop, because he will be in maximum push now if he is going to pit this lap. We got a spinner and it's Derry. Derry's round. We got a VSC. Ooh, that is good for Marty. That's very good for Marty. If this VSC stays out long enough, he's just going to get a free pit stop on JVD and True Loki. It's extremely unlucky for those two. How long is this VSC going to stay out for? If a VSC stays out for this pit stop, Marty's just going to have an incredible lead anyway. And he's just going to start pulling away. And then it'll be the same story as last week out front. Marty is... Yeah, here he goes. Coming into the pits. 3-second time penalty for Marty. Alright then. But he's coming in. VSC still out, so he's gained probably about a second now. He's definitely, yeah, he's getting the full effect of the VSC. Sergio moves into the pits, and Marty is coming out the pits now, so we got the entire pit stop under VSC, and look at that. JVD 3 seconds behind. That's going to be quite heartbreaking for JVD and Loki, because they know Marty is naturally the quicker driver of the two. Bacardi stayed out on softs that are 17 laps old under a VSC. What is this man thinking? So Sergio Moose now is on mediums compared to Dan on the hard, so that's a little battle that's going to start playing out. Sergio Moose should be a lot quicker to begin with, and as we get closer to the end, Dan should be picking the pace on him. Let's see what Bakai does. Is he coming in? He is. He's coming in now. He's coming a lap after the VSC. This guy amazes me with his brain. So going, Bacardi in the pits goes on to the mediums. His stint on the softs was longer than it is going to be on the mediums. That's brilliant. If Loki can get himself back into DRS here, they could be smart and slingshot each other to catch up to Marty again. There we go, Sergio moves into the DRS of Dan on those mediums. Lucky High has managed to stay inside DRS as well on the hards. That's good pace from him. True Loki with the fastest lap of the race. So that does show that they are slowly gaining on Marty. They are using quite a lot of their battery, whereas Marty is cruising at the moment, waiting for the end. So Marty thinking of the long game, whereas True Loki and JVD just want to catch up. JVD purple, sector 1 as well. So, Surgemoose gets past Dan on 4-lap old mediums now. Dan still in the DRS. Lucky High is still there as well. Derry 7.4 behind. So Surgemoose is going to want to extend out of DRS now on those mediums, use them up. Because over the next 2 or 3 laps, the hards are going to become the better tyre, so he's got to use them while he can. Loki almost got inside DRS range of JVD for a second, but dropped back a couple tenths, so he's going to try again. Takes a nice line through turn 10 there. And again through 11 and 12 he's losing a bit of time to JVD, which is just before the detection point, so it works quite well for JVD there, but he isn't gaining on Marty, who still has a good amount of battery. And Dan is now outside DRS range, and he's using his battery to get back in. And Loki is now inside DRS range. So there's still hope for him. Lucky High and Dan going at it in turn 1. Lucky High getting ahead of Dan getting back ahead in turn 3. Loki now half a second behind JVD. Is he going to go for a move? He's too far back on this one. They're slowly gaining on Marty. We've got 10 laps to go. Lapped car of Carrie Cass. And did Marty get DRS there from Juan? No, he didn't. .8 now is the gap between JVD and Marty. Obviously, he got their time penalties, and it looked like Marty got an unfair one, but of course, if he gets another warning, then that's going to counteract his appeal for the penalty. So, even if Loki doesn't get past JVD and Marty, they both got penalties to serve, and he could end up winning the race. 1.5 is the gap now. it seems like Marty's really conserving the tyres and the battery store for the last few laps just to push. Because obviously Zandvoort being such high downforce, you're working the tyres a lot to keep on the limit. And you're going to cause a lot of tyre wear. So he's definitely conserving. I can see in the way he's driving, he's just trying to keep the tyres in check. I can see in his dash he's below 100 degrees, so he really isn't pushing too much. As you can see there, JVD's over 100, True Loki's over 100, so he is definitely just conserving right now to get the benefit later on. .2 seconds is the gap now between Marty and JVD. And Loki's starting to pull back a bit. He's got a warning for fuel. And that could be the reason for Marty's lack of pace at the moment, actually, because he's marginal on fuel as well. Whereas JVD is comfortable on fuel. Marty is, True Loki is negative on fuel. So we'll just check everyone's fuel quickly as well, because fuel was an issue for me on Sunday. Surge moves is alright for fuel. What about Dan Dan? I can't quite see him, I have to wait a second. Dan Dan's alright on fuel as well. Lucky High is marginal. Derry is fine for fuel. Cannot see Nivi. Bacardi is very marginal for fuel. Juan is negative. Caricas is alright, and Block is alright. So Marty actually is running low on fuel, which is definitely a reason for the lack of his pace. He's just got enough to finish, but obviously if he pushes full pace, he's just going to lose all that fuel completely. So he's running very high downforce. Loki just needs to get in the DRS, lift and coast on that main straight. He's negative 0.3 at the moment. So he's going to run out around this point on the final lap if he keeps going. Now JVD in the DRS of Marty. So this has changed everything. I thought Marty was just trying to conserve the tyres, but it seems like he's trying to save fuel as well. Let's see if he lifts and coasts. He does. He's lifting and coasting into turn 1. So he is fuel saving at the moment, which is the reason for his lack of pace. And Dan Dan getting past Surge moves, like I said. Dan Dan getting the benefit later on as Surge moves on the mediums are going to start dying off now. Can Loki get himself back? Loki needs to get back inside DRS, else he can kiss the hopes of a win away, because he's not going to keep with him if he's fuel saving as well. So he needs to push like mad. He's got DRS there from the lapped car, which is definitely going to help him. And this is where the experience shows when you're pushing as well as fuel saving, when you're able to keep inside a DRS train while fuel saving. And Marty is losing fuel. Even with the fuel saving he's putting on at the moment, he's losing fuel, and JVD is all over him. let's just check the penalties quickly. That's not the right one. 5 second for JVD, 3 second for Marty. So JVD cannot win the race with Marty ahead of him. True Loki can win the race. He just needs to keep with them. If I was Marty in his position, I'd push for 1 lap, save for the rest, push again at the end, just to make sure he can stay in that gap. Because what's the whoa, whoa! Loki hitting the wall. Has he got down? I don't think he's got damage from that. He's extremely lucky, but he's lost the 3 seconds. And Marty has been overtaken by JVD. JVD needs to push like crazy now. He's got 0.4 fuel, whereas Marty is extremely marginal. He's got 0.1, 0.07. So JVD just pushes like mad. Marty is going to be forced to fuel save. So Marty fuel looking pretty similar right now to what it was last lap. Yeah, it's a shame for Loki dropping back that much. I think he's lost his head a bit for the way he's driving. Oh, we got a spinner. Is that Bacardi? It is Bacardi. Bacardi's round. A safety car late on here could be extremely critical for JVD and Marty. They could lose so many positions with one. It's got to happen now for it to come out. Oh, and JVD is going to get DRS from Juan, that is. This is his opportunity to push away. He's going for it. Marty didn't lift and coast there. He knows he's got to push. And what does that do to his fuel? He's still hovering around that same point he was for the last couple laps. True Loki is pitting for the softs, so is Bacardi, so is Juan. Oh, whoa. Lucky High. What's happened there? That was Dan and Lucky High, I'm pretty sure. Side by side. Okay. That's going to have to be investigated. Derry getting past Nirvi there. So we've got a lap and a half remaining of the race. Obviously JVD and Marty's penalties could be overturned. We have to wait and see. So the final classification here could not be the final one. And it seems like Marty's going to go for it. He's going to use up the entire battery and he's going to go for fastest lap. Or not. He goes for it into turn 1 anyway. Loki with the fast lap of 109.8. Serge moves up into P3, so that's a good showing from him, actually. Obviously, would have been 4th with Loki, but that's unfortunate for him. Here we go then, coming up to the line, JVD or Marty, who's going to finish ahead of who? It's going to be Marty who's going to overtake JVD on the line. Marty takes the win. JVD in P2, we've got Serge moves coming out. It's an AlphaTauri 2-3, it's absolutely brilliant for them. We've then got Dan. And Bacardi has crossed the line, he's lapped, Juan's crossed the line as well. We've then got Lucky High on debut, getting a P5 for Alfa Romeo. We've then got Loki, is he going to get fastest lap? No, I think he already got the lap before, but P6 for Loki. Derry coming up next. And Carrie Cass. Caricas finishing P11, Bacardi P9, so penalties for Caricas, was it? Right. And it's just Nivi left. In the Haas P8. 19 lap hold, hards. Same as Marty, same as Dan, same as Lucky High. JVD doing the longest stint of everyone. 20 laps on the hards. And there we have it. Tier 2, round 2, done with. So there we go then, Marty takes the win with JVD and Serge Mo's in P3. We've got True Loki who set the fastest lap. Driver of the day, I'm going to give it to Lucky High, which is a very consistent debut from the driver. So Lucky High is the driver of the day. And we'll be back on Sunday for Tier 1, and we are at, I believe, Spain, I want to say. It is Spain. We'll be back on Sunday for Spain Tier 1. See you then.